specifically, he's losing that precious gas expand and carelessly losing 2 Goliaths there. Looks like we're seeing a little bit more of sloppy Xellos now. But really, this isn't going to cost him too much, because even though he's losing this expansion, he has that expansion to the bottom right-hand corner, and the 6 o'clock expansion. He has those dropships out, and he has a ton of factories. I'm just curious where Xellos' units are. You can see just kind of groups of them coming up. Looks like he's just kind of gathering for a large push to go here. He's just trying to hold off a little bit of time here until he feels like he has... Oh, wow. See, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. I think Xellos realizes that Canata is a little out of position, that he can flank and get that 12 o'clock expansion, which is what he's doing right now. And that's what I was talking about earlier. I was a little concerned that he was just overextending himself. He should have been content to hold what he got, and here he's going to lose it. Brilliant positioning by Xellos, basically creating that split there, just creating a line of siege tanks, and he's exchanging command centers, taking down a lot of SCVs there. He's going to be able to take out a fair amount of tanks here. So that command center going down, so Xellos basically kind of a tit for tat. He loses a command center, but he's basically halting the production of Canata, which is going to cost Canata more because Xellos has been producing out of more command centers at the moment. And really, the advantage is way in Xellos' favor right now. I haven't seen Canata's base in a while, so I don't know how many factories he has up. I'm going to assume that he has several, but really the point is the pure amount of resources that Xellos must have at this moment must be enormous. So it's going to just be a few seconds here before he has a huge attack force moving out towards Canata, and really he's going to be able to do a huge drop on the backside of Canata's base, and he's going to be able to just kind of shove a huge amount of forces up the middle in just a minute here. I'm kind of curious when that's going to happen. That huge line, you can just see splitting that grouping there. Still those dropships and more factories going down for Xellos. Still only 4 factories for Canata. Canata is doing, I have to say, I am impressed at how well he's doing with so little. Xellos just having just a huge amount of production, a huge amount of resources, but not finishing it here. He's desperately trying to repair that command center. I think he realizes that he can't really secure anything to the south. I don't know if he realizes just how much he's being outproduced right here. I don't think he realizes that 6 o'clock position and that bottom right position really are in full production for Xellos. I think if he did, he would basically kind of engage an attack there. He has some siege tanks on the ridge, but now dropships pushing out for Xellos, and here's that push I'm talking about. And it looks like Xellos is going to do some Goliath bombs there on those siege tanks in that position, so he's going to be able to break this entire line. Yeah, he's just going to move up with a huge amount of forces. SCV's coming off that line. Wow. Xellos moving up, managing to allow the Goliaths to take the initial hits across the board there and move up tanks behind. And you can see just doing those little bits of those little steps, now engaging SCVs, so he might lose those 3 tanks, but managing to take down a lot of SCVs in the meantime, more or less halting production at that expansion. I think aside from the natural expansion, which has got to be low on res here, that was the only expansion that was producing for Canata. I take it back, that 12 o'clock position is still functional, but the question is for how long? It's very close to Xellos' base. Xellos is just totally outproducing Canata. He has those dropships, so he can just do this right here. Drop tanks and Goliaths all over that area. Backside drop now. He's going to push up and wow. Canata, in the meantime, building another command center, trying to build it in that upper left-hand corner, way away from where he can kind of support it with the troops, and he's going to try to hold that with just basically the handful of units he has there, and I don't see that being successful at all. You can just see that the production for Canata absolutely stopped. Xellos, even though he hasn't stopped the command centers from going down, he's completely stopped any SCVs from producing out of any of those locations. Looks like Canata finally got a dropship out of his own. He managed to take out all the SCVs at the bottom right-hand corner. We'll see. Yeah, Xellos is going to be able to take that off. But really, I still think like the damage is done. Xellos looks like he's starting to produce at that 6 o'clock position. 2 turrets going up for Canata there, and Xellos being a little sloppy here. He could have ended this already, in my opinion. Just the sheer amount of forces he had, not doing a very good job in kind of doing the dual micro-macro position, but right now he just has so many more forces than Canata. He has the capacity to build so many more forces. A little miscue there, dropping a tank way too early. I don't know if he has anything left in that dropship. Those tanks are going to be able to finish off what's left here, and really, I think this is the death blow right here for Canata, because Canata losing production or at least somewhat threatened production there. The siege tanks to the lower position with the turret. I like that. That was a good move. And Canata, wow, doing a very good job of defending again with just so few units. At that north position, he managed to take out that entire attack force. Some dropships of Canata's coming down. We'll see if he is able to basically break this. Those two siege tanks. Wow, Xellos able to fight that down. Dropship going down. So a little bit more cost to Canata than Xellos there, but Xellos, that attack has been halted. But more reinforcements, wow, and dropships coming up, and able to drop that Goliath. That Wraith is going to go down. A lot more tanks coming up, and just, what is it? That's 2 tanks over there, 4 tanks to the right, and only 1 SCV mining off there. And it looks like at that 12 o'clock position, Xellos in the meantime, yeah, forced that command center out of position. So my guess is he has a lot of targets of opportunity here. He could go for the main, he could go kind of for that natural expansion, that protected natural expansion, which looks like he's doing right here after he cleans up some of the tanks right here. He can go for that upper left-hand expansion of Canata's. In the meantime, looks like, yeah, he's just going to set his command center back down. He's at full production out of a lot of these expansions. Doesn't look like, yeah, he just has so many command centers, or sorry, so many factories right there. Wow, you can just see all the tanks being produced simultaneously. And Canata, I think, yeah, just being massively outproduced. Now the question is what does Xellos do next? I really feel like he can end it right here. The question is how is he going to end it and where is he going to end it? I would just push up on the main. Just go drop all over Canata's main, make sure he can't produce anything anymore, and he's just shoved in that left-hand corner. It looks like that science facility is going to end up getting attacked and out of position. It looks like that is what he's going to do. He's gathering up a large attack force here. He's gonna finish off what's left of that expansion right there, or he could maybe bypass it and just go for a massive drop on the main. He has a lot of options here. Just a huge, you can see a huge force. I don't think Canata has anything left to really. Wow, SCV's running back. SCV's, he's just trying to protect those SCVs. He can't afford to lose any res, and a pincer movement right there by Canata taking out all those SCVs, all those tanks, and I think this is going to be GG right here. I think Canata realizes he's pretty much hosed. He's trying to build some wraiths with what res he has, but I think that basically that upper left-hand corner is all that's left producing for him. I don't think his unprotected expansion has any res, and now Xellos is going to go and drop on the main. Once he gets a comsat off and kills those wraiths, that base is entirely vulnerable. This is going to be GG right here, because I think Xellos, he's just going to ferry those troops in, and once that second round of troops comes in right here, it's just going to be an overwhelming amount of troops, whether there are raids there or not. Those a couple tanks going down there. I wonder if there's any more Goliaths that can actually fight this off. We'll see. But yeah, the Sai going down, the Armory going down, Command Center going down, those Wraiths desperately trying to take out those dropships. He doesn't want to have any more drops in his main. We'll see. Wow, Goliath up there, able to take out one of those raids. Looks like he takes out both those raids. So again, nothing left protecting Canata's base except for 2 lonely tanks. He's trying to take off those factories, bring in 3 raids he just produced to kind of defend here. And really, yeah, you can still see just still 4 factories down for Canata. Canata only producing in the upper left-hand corner. All of his Sai is gone at this point. A single Wraith trying to fight off tanks that are just shelling his front. He's trying to back it off, still trying to protect this with just those 2. And my question is now is Xellos going to go to that upper left-hand corner and finish it off? Xellos, basically, he's kind of given up on these tanks. He's just going to press up and take out the rest of Canata's Sai. And Canata's got to know the position he's in. He's got to call GG sometime here, just because he's almost entirely out of Sai, more or less. But still doing a very good job of kind of picking things out to the end. His production is basically shot. He's only producing at that upper. Yeah, there's GG. Really good fight by Canata. That was some excellent micro and macro. Really fantastic micro job. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. There's another audio commentary.